Good morning, everyone. I am Miss Riley, and today we will be learning how to determine whether two functions are inverses or not. First, let's go over what an identity function is. If both functions are equal to each other, then they are inverse. This is the symbol for inverse functions. Let's review how to determine the inverse of a function. Step 1. Replace f of x with y. Step 2. Switch x and y and then solve for y. Step 3. Replace y with f(-1) of x. These steps when trying to determine whether or not two functions are inverses. Let's go ahead and try a sample problem to determine whether two functions are inverses. F of x equals 3x plus 4. G of x equals 3x minus 4. Alright, for step 1, replace f of x with y. Next, switch y and x. Then you are going to want to get y by itself. In order to do this, you must subtract 4 from both sides. Then divide everything by 3. Replace y with f(-1x), which is the symbol to show the inverse of f of x. On to the next function. G of x equals 3x minus 4. Replace f of x with y. Then switch x and y. Next, add 4 to each side to get y by itself. Divide each side by 3. Replace y with g(-1x). Since the inverse of f does not equal the inverse of g, and the inverse of g does not equal the inverse of f, then these two functions are not inverses. Let's try one more sample problem. First, replace g of x with y. Next, switch the x and the y. To get y by itself, subtract 8 from both sides. Divide both sides by 2. Replace y with g(-1) of x. F of x equals 1/2 x minus 4. First, replace f of x with y. Then, switch x and y. Solve for y by adding 4 to both sides. Divide both sides by 1/2. Next, replace y with f(-1x). Since the inverse of g equals the inverse of f, and the inverse of f equals the inverse of g, then these two functions are definitely inverses. Inverses are like undoing things. By undoing a knot or a braid, you are finding the inverse. Inverses can also be used to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius and Celsius to Fahrenheit. Determining whether functions are inverses can be a lot of fun. Thank you!